Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. This is your daily forecast for Saturday, the 19th of September. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very, very much. Greatly appreciate it. This is a timeless forecast in the sense that it is a message for the highest good for the greater collective. So I trust that when you're seeing it is when you're supposed to see it. If it is a date that is not September 19th, that doesn't invalidate the message. It just means that it maybe is time for you to see this. If you are watching it on the 19th and it doesn't make any sense, that's okay. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong or bad. It just might mean that you might be working on something different at this time than what the majority of the viewers will see. So that's completely fine too. So basically it's kind of take what you need and leave the rest. Also, if you choose after watching this to make any decisions in your life, those decisions would be your responsibility, just so you know that. Just kind of little caveat. Never trust your own never trust my intuition over your own kind of thing. All right, so let's see what's going on in the cards. Let's see who comes out today. A bit of a headache today. My back is still bugging me. It's like I'm falling apart. Oh, old age is crazy. I'm not even that old, that's the thing. You'd think I was going, off to the convalescent home. All right, let's see what we got going on. Wow, we cannot escape this Eight of Cups. What the hell? We began the week with the Eight of Cups and we're ending the week with the Eight of Cups, so we even saw her in the midweek. What is going on? All right, so I get this feeling that there's something that people are struggling with. Okay. My feeling is that each one of you is going to have a different place where this card fits into your life, but the sort of feeling that I'm getting from this card is it's like we're closing up one chapter and moving on to the next, right? And in doing so, we might be feeling some sort of emotional stuff around that, right? There is an opportunity here to trust our own intuition and move forward, albeit a little bit maybe blindly, right? Because we've got her walking away under this night of the moon. So to me, it feels like she has to trust that moon representing her intuition. She has to trust her way through here. She'll walk through this sort of river, right? And remember, we have that Seven of Wands energy underneath this for the end of the week too. So there is the challenges that are presented with that. And Seven of Wands isn't necessarily like a bad card. It's just, it means that we have to sort of stand up for what we believe in, fight for what we want, put in a good foot, like be firm in how we believe and what we believe, and kind of go after maybe our desires with a little bit of, relentlessness in a way. But I mean it in a good way, right? So when I look at this Eight of Cups, I kind of feel like it's interesting. I feel like that Seven of Wands is the masculine aspect, right? Us standing strong in who we are and what we desire. And then our more feminine aspect of ourselves might be going through some emotional changes around things that we have to rearrange, things that we have to change, steps that we may have to take to move forward in our lives, and wherever we're planning on moving forward, be it in a relationship, a job, with friends, whatever it is that we're departing from, we kind of, my feeling looking at this is that we're well aware that it's time to change this aspect of our life, right? We've been aware for some time. Some of us may have been holding on way too long, right? And trying to make sort of sense of it or understand it or get from it what we thought we were supposed to get or what we used to get um, you know, a long time ago, and we're maybe, going in and out of this struggle. No, I don't feel like this is struggling, because I do feel like she's empowered to a degree. Eights bring about balance, right? So even though this is a decision we don't necessarily feel as though we want to have to make, as we make it, we're actually doing ourselves a service. We're bringing ourselves maybe back into balance. We may not feel it immediately, but we're on our way towards that balance. We're on our way towards that completion cycles of the 9 and 10 cards, right? Which usually represent beneficial endings and also personal abundance. So this is a good card. It just feels like emotionally we have to do a little bit of work. To me, it almost feels like I get this sort of forlorn feeling from this card, as if, we wish things were different. We wish the facts were maybe changed or somehow different, but they're not. So we have to kind of move on. And we're doing the work. That's the good thing about this Eight of Cups, is it feels like we're not necessarily avoiding our emotions or trying to deny them. We're literally trying to face them and move ourselves into a positive direction. But doing so requires us to do a little bit of this emotional sort of inventory, so to speak, and then take action on that. But we have that Seven of Wands underneath this to stand firm and to take that action, put in the fight, do whatever it is that we need to do to get this done. All right, so let's see what the Moonology card has to say. It's interesting this card showed up 3 times this week. Oh wow, so we have the fixed moon. Hold your vision. So the first thing that I think of, I don't even know what a fixed moon means, but what I am going to say is we have these mountains here and we have these mountains here. We have her being guided by the moonlight, and we also have like sort of half moonlight here. Fixed moon, to me, just the idea of a fixed moon makes me feel like there's not much room for movement. There might be no more denying to ourselves the facts of the situation, right? Maybe in the past we were able to write certain things off as, oh, I can get over that, or oh, maybe that will change. To me, this Eight of Cups feels like, no, we keep getting the same signals. We've got to be the one to enact the change. We've got to be the one to move it forward. We have to be the one to emotionally sort of take care of our end of things. Your vision is this idea of where do we want to be. Remember, we have that new moon in Virgo that just happened. So these next few days are all about building kind of where we want to be in the next 30 days, right? What do we want things to look like? Do we want more peace? Do we want to be more content? Do we want to have, stronger relationships? What is it that we want? I think that's what Hold Your Vision is asking you, is kind of to flesh that out, sort through your feelings, right? That's this Eight of Cups, and do sort of your work, your due diligence around fighting for what you desire and holding on to that vision, staying fixed in that idea, right? And being willing to sort of face the challenges. That would be the mountain range that we see here and here. Be willing to sort of face those challenges as they come up, trusting in yourself that you'll know what to do, right? That you will know how to maybe manipulate in the moment. Let me see. I think that's a really good reading. Let me just see. I also think with this fixed moon, let me just pull the down. With this fixed moon, I do think, okay, interesting grounding stone. I do think that we might be clearer at times, and then at times it might even get a little bit less clear for us emotionally, or as we're moving through it. This is why this card says hold your vision. Don't try and get lost up in the emotionality or the worry or the fear of what ifs kind of thing. Because I feel like sometimes even though we have the full moon here, right? Oops, sorry, my alarm was set to get up. Even though we have the full moon here, at times it goes to half moon where we may not have all of the information or the ability to see very clearly, but we can move through it. The grounding stone, this also kind of affirms this for me. It looks like a moon to me, how it's on this round circle, but it is clarity. So grounding in the idea of keeping a clear mind as much as possible, grounding in the idea of keeping that clear vision, right? That's the hold your vision in the Moonology card. Also, when we hold that vision, connecting to that vision emotionally can help us to also manifest it, right? So when we think about the power of the Eight of Cups, even though we might feel a little bit anxious around changes or things that we need to put into effect, if we hold on to the clarity of where it is we're heading or what it is we want to do, right? This moon that we see in the distance, if we hold on to that, we can ground in that clarity and sort of carry ourselves there, even if we don't know exactly how we're going to get there. Does that make sense? And so when we feel it, we can almost better create it, even if we don't know exactly how it may come about. I hope that makes sense, guys. So let me reread the Eight of Cups to you. Turning away, giving up, finding that something or someone was not a healthy influence, river run dry, choosing to sacrifice in order to make a clean break and start afresh elsewhere, abandoning a dream, changing directions, the dawn of something new, a quest with heart, bravery, heeding the call. And I think that that call that they're talking about heeding is within us. Like it's something that we've known that needs to be changed. And now is sort of the time. So we're kind of maybe doing the emotional work around it. And we're going in and out of this card all week. So don't, sort of like my advice is don't get down on yourself if you feel at times sad or forlorn or upset, you know, it's okay. Just keep moving forward is sort of the idea, because that's the heeding the call. To me, it's like there is a bravery, there is something that is challenging us, but as we learn that challenge, we are, as we meet that challenge, we're like growing in some way. You know, that was certainly shown in the Hermit card in the midweek. All right, so hold your vision, fixed moon. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different. The second very different interpretation is that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great. Because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break the deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance, for self-reflection. And we saw that also, that self-reflection in the Hermit card this week. And also I think that this Eight of Cups is kind of like a self-reflective emotional card. Attuned to the moon, yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Additional meanings for this card: staying power, faith, or patience are needed. Someone needs to back down. Avoid stagnation, and a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. The teaching. In astrology, there are three quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed signs can be stubborn, so anything that's just starting as you draw this card may well last longer. Remember, we each have all the star signs in our chart. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. So there's no judgment when we say that while it's admirable how much staying power the fixed signs have, they can also be obstinate. So that to me is, wait, let me reread that in astrology there. The fixed signs are, yeah, we know that. I guess it's like, to me, I don't see this as being obstinate. I see this hold your vision as hold tight to kind of where you see that you can go, where you see that you potentially want this to outcome to, and to hold tight to that even if you're feeling emotionally sort of down or troubled. Holding on to that clarity is also going to help you to move through this. and grounding in that clarity. Remember, we had this stone of promise. There's a ton of opportunity this week as we stay grounded in that. That is your forecast, you guys. I look forward to seeing what tomorrow brings us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video and share it with friends. All right, I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.